This is Severe MMA. We're at Tanko 3, the Victoria Warehouse in Manchester, alongside Abdul Choudhury, SBG fighter. And Khalid Patel is the opponent you've just beaten, and 19-year-old kid, incredibly tough. Is that the kind of fight you expected?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I know Khalid Patel's a gamer. Watched a few of his last fights. He comes forward and strikes. He's got that unusual range for a flyweight as well. He was always going to be dangerous, so I wasn't going to take any chances with him.
It was a very professional performance. You clinched up, you kept the distance close. That was the game plan coming in, not allowing him to settle and find his distance?
Well, I've been working a lot on my striking as well. I mean, just because you work on your striking doesn't mean you have to throw your hands, you know.
Yeah.
That includes footwork and head movement and being comfortable in that range where I can actually shoot on someone, half a foot taller than me. That's striking. Until it's clinched, then it's wrestling.
I think without trying to offend, I think you weren't particularly pleased with the way you performed in the last fight. In your last fight, compare that to this. How is the win is everything, but was the performance what you expected it to be?
No, to be fair, I would have liked to finish, but you know, he was a scrappy kid. I remember I had him in my corner at one point, and my corner was like, "Get up, Khalid, get up!" You know, we were pissing him off a little bit, frustrating him because he's a bit of an emotional fighter. But yeah, I would have liked to finish. I know my last fight was a bit, you know, there's different things I could have done, but I'm not taking it away from my opponent. He deserved that win. He game planned really well.
Yeah, I meant no disrespect, but again, I think it was fair to say, you probably didn't perform to the best of your ability.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like both of us had that. Both of us in the last fight, both of us had the skill set to win that fight. It just depends on who game planned well and who pulled it off on the night, and you know, fair play to him, he did. Well,
Khalid Patel coming on a 2-1 record. We look at amateur records and they can be the same. You know, this kid did damage to people with his hands. He was a dangerous fight, and another win in your belt. What do you want next?
Listen, I'm gonna get some experience in. I'll fight whoever. I think I'm there. You know, I conduct myself like a professional all the time. You know, I train like a professional. I think like a professional. I just need to perform like a professional now, and that just comes down to experience, and I just need to get the fights in. Maybe I'll go away from MMA for a couple of months, get some boxing in, work on my hands. You know, we'll see. I'll talk to Matt.
Abdul, it's always a pleasure watching you perform. One of the brightest prospects in the amateur ranks in the UK. Tanko title, maybe next.
Maybe next. You know, I'll see who wins that title. Mohamed Morkev's a good kid.
Yeah.
But I don't fight anyone under 18. You know, if they're not old enough to watch a horror movie, I don't want to fight them.
But if getting,
But once he's 18, you know, he's a great fighter. He's a great kid, and I think he's going to pull the win off tonight. But if Liam Gittins takes that fight and wins that title, I'll take it.
Tanko 4?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Abdul, it's always a pleasure watching you work. Congratulations.